Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Missouri Tigers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Missouri head coach told me before the game his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end, and the ball is loose on the return. Well, that could have been disastrous. Able to recover it and retain possession on the opening kickoff.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That's reeled in. It's Harris. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's open. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Missouri! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Let's see what he can do with the return. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Makes him talk to the hand.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago. They're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Simmons fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Now here's Simmons. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. The run inside, it's Clark. Makes it past the marker. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Dumps it off in the flats. There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Sellers. Got it. Plows through the defense.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Fuller. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd.
Number 24, set to kick it off.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll give it to Hardy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Right back to him on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. There he goes, open it up. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient...
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, this guy's has had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Finds him out of the backfield. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Clark. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Motion from the wideout. Throwing Sellers. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Could not make his way to the corner.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense seeing the ball spit out wide to a playmaker, being ready for it, and getting him on the ground.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Right back to the well. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Got room to work. Might have a chance. Past the 50. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books. And time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 11 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They'll open the second half on the ground. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. But I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Punts it out of the air. Turning it on. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know.
Here's a little room there. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. We've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back, and the offense coming out on the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. One more time, it's Hardy. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams, Bryce alive on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Simmons. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Sellers. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. Keeps it on first down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And he's knocked down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun on third down, Sellers. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's a give to Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Go. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Hardy again. Got a little grass. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this two-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Throwing, Sellers. Quick completion on the out. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Back to pass, it's Sellers. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And you're are seeing the best version of this guy this week, right? We know he threw 2 picks a week ago. We talked to him. He said it was a game he wanted to put behind him and just get refocused. You are seeing when he brings his A game to the park, he helps this offense be completely dynamic.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
This quarterback part of their running game. Cook got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game. And that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Missouri gets to the line quickly. They go right back to Hardy. There he goes. The 40, the 30, past the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. He might want another play. Looking for a crease. It's Clark. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Here's Sellers to throw. Gets open down the middle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Takes it down to the 35-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Auguste. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On the move. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust.
Oh, they blocked the kick.
Yeah, and a lot of times in field goal block, you load up one side, they load up the left side, push all the guys backwards, slip through the crack, get their hand up, and get the big block. Nice job.
Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. There's some room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Hardy. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Sellers. Right on the money.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quarterback will keep it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving Gamecocks inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff,
rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable.